Hey y'all, hope y'all had a good Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all that great stuff. I am back and I'm going to review this Taylor Swift's Red, which I got, I want to say, on Christmas Eve. I was looking online and I saw that there was an Amazon deal where you could get this CD and a whole bunch of other CDs. They were $1.99 each. And so I decided to buy the album. I previously purchased Taylor Swift's Fearless album and Speak Now. And just so you all know, before I get into this review, I'm going to be in my mind, like when I was listening to the song, I was comparing it to this gem of an album. I love this album so much. And if you've never listened to a Taylor Swift album, I would recommend that you buy this album. I love it. And so in my mind, I was thinking Taylor Swift already has some stiff competition with her last album. So let's get into it. The first song out of the 16 tracks is State of Grace, and I like this song. I like how she starts the album. She's talking about an experience she wasn't expected to have, and she describes it as a state of grace. Um, I just like the way she does this album. I like how Taylor writes her songs. I like the way she sets up a scene. I think her and Alicia Keys are both talented in that way, in that not only can they write something, but they can make you feel as though you are there. And I love that song. Well, I like it. I won't say love. Next song is Red. And this song, I'm looking at the digital booklet online, the album booklet online. That's what I'm doing if you see me clicking. Okay, the next song is Red, where Taylor talks about a relationship she had and all the emotions it made her feel using different colors. And I like how she did that. I really enjoyed that song. The next song is Treacherous. I really like this song. So far, when I was listening to this, it just went from one track to the next track, and I just had this smile on my face. I was like, okay, I'm liking this album. Treacherous. She's saying how this love is dangerous. I'm pretty sure she doesn't mean literally, but I guess in terms of emotions. First, okay, listen to how she does this. In the first chorus, she goes, "This slope is treacherous. This path is reckless." But then in the final chorus, or towards the end, she goes, "This hope is treacherous. This daydream is dangerous." I like the way she writes her songs because she does it like on purpose. The way she writes it, I really enjoy it. Okay, next song, "I Knew You Were Trouble." One of my favorite songs in general this year. I love this song. When I was on vacation is when I bought this album. And I was playing this song, and my brother happened to be in the car. And he said, while I was playing, "I thought Taylor Swift was a country artist." And I said, "Yeah, she is." He said, "This doesn't sound like country music." So tell me what you all think. Does this album in general and that song in particular sound country? To me, I don't really know country music outside of Taylor Swift. So I don't know if it does, but I know I enjoy that song. And if you listen to the radio at all, you know what that song's about. She's saying that she knew he was trouble and she still went along with it. And I like that Taylor's admitting what she's admitted before, that maybe some of these relationships end because of either her doing or her knowing what's going on and not avoiding it. Okay, next song, "All Too Well." I love this song. Now, this is one of the tracks I love from the album. And the reason I love it is because I love how Taylor Swift sings when she's like starts to get angry. And, on the breakdown part, she goes, "And you call me just to break me like a promise." And I'm like, yes, Taylor. Oh, I really enjoyed that song. So as I was saying, when I was listening to this album, tracks 1 through 5, I was like, yes, Taylor, you are giving Speak Now a run for its money. Not too much because I still love Speak Now. But then 22 came on. I was like, oh, I don't like this song. Which I understand that in general, my opinion does not go along with the general population because I've read other reviews and most people think that this is one of the best songs on the album. I don't think so because for me, I don't like when she does that talk singing. Um, what did she say? I got with my friends and we decide to dress like hipsters, make fun of our exes. I don't like when Taylor Swift does that talk singing, and I don't like when she comes off as a juvenile. Does that make sense? But I realize that she has a much wider audience and demographic than just me. Her demographic extends from younger children to older people. So I didn't love the song. I don't hate the song as much as another song on this album. So this song was okay. So let's say 1 through 5 get 4 out of 5 stars, right? And let's say number 6 gets 3 out of 5. Number 7 is I Almost Do. Love this song too. And she talks about how she wants to contact an ex of hers and she almost does, but she doesn't do it because of, oh, I love this one line from the song. Well, I love the whole song, but I love this particular line where she states, I know, I'm trying to find it. Come on. Well, she said something about, did you ever consider the fact that saying hello would lead to goodbye? Oh yeah, I bet it never ever occurred to you that I can't say hello to you and risk another goodbye. I said, you are really expressing some real emotions, things that I've felt, because I've felt that way before. Like, I can't even risk telling this person, hello, how are you? Because then you think, oh, it's going to set me up again. Love that song. And I just love the way she breaks it down. I love it. Okay, next song. We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together Again. I hate that song. And that's really, and I know it, like I said, my opinion does not go with general public because this song hit number one. I think it was number one for like 3 weeks. If you hear that, that's my pet cat. Anyway, don't like that song. Next song is Stay, Stay, Stay. And I like this song, but it's kind of bordering on that juvenile aspect that I don't like. But she says, it was one scene where it's like, I have so much to say. With Taylor Swift, when she writes something a certain way, it's like I can picture it in my head, and I can see her actually in that moment, and I can picture myself in that moment too. For instance, she says that she threw the phone at him, and they almost broke up that night. But then the next day, she said, "Let's talk about it." He came into the room with his football helmet, and then she tells him, "Stay, stay, stay." I like that song. I don't hate that song. It's just it sounds a little juvenile to me. Next song is "The Last Time," featuring the guy from Snow Patrol. I don't know who that is. I don't like this duet. How can I explain it? Taylor Swift has a very soft, thin voice, not throwing shade, but she has a certain type of voice. And the guy who's duetting with her, his voice just overpowers hers the whole time. His voice is just so much heavier, so much louder, and it seems as though they're both in a chorus. They go, "This is the last time I'm telling you this. Put my name at the top of your list." But okay. However, in the verse, he's the one who's saying that I'm going to put your name at the top of the list. So I said, why is he singing the chorus then? Shouldn't she only be singing the chorus? And then the other thing I was thinking is I really do like the part where they go, me. I like that part. Okay. So it's not, I don't really like the duet, but it's okay. Holy Ground, that song was okay. It didn't really stand out to me in the way that I know Taylor Swift can. Sad, Beautiful, Tragic. I really like this song where, Taylor Swift's talking about she's not with this person and it's sad, beautiful, tragic, The next song is 13, The Lucky One. Is it just me or this sounds like the country version of Britney Spears' song Lucky. She's so lucky, she's a star, but she cries in a lonely heart. This sounds like that version, but it's kind of like from a third person perspective, but then it becomes first person because Taylor's like, people told me about you not wanting to be in the spotlight, and now I'm in that spotlight, and I understand why you feel that way. Okay, next song, Everything Has Changed, featuring Ed Sheeran. Am I saying that right? Probably not. I love this duet. I love the way Taylor's voice and Ed's voice, I love the way their voices sound together. And I knew I was gonna love the song when she got to the part where she says, "I just wanna know, you better know me." I'm pretty sure that's not the words, but I really like that song. Next is 15 Starlight. For people who have other Taylor Swift albums, doesn't that song sound like Sparks Fly but have a theme of Long Live? Is that just me? Those It sounds similar to those songs. The song was okay, kind of liked it. And number 16, Begin Again, I love that song. When I first heard that We Are Never Ever, I said, oh, I guess I'm done buying Taylor Swift albums because that sounds like trash. But then I heard Begin Again, I said, okay, this is the Taylor I like. Yes, I like that. Overall, keep in mind that in my head the whole time I'm comparing it to this masterpiece of an album that should have won Album of the Year. Um, if this album was to get an A, right, I would have to give Red a B. So what y'all think? Go listen to Taylor Swift. I am probably going to do a throwback review on this album because I love it so much. And Red, it's like Taylor was improving so much, and I think she peaked with Speak Now just in the way her songs were and everything. And Red's just kind of coming down from that peak, but she still has a good album on her hands, and of course she's going to sell a gazillion albums. All right, tell me what you think, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.